Well, the first step to understand the things that are happening with the massive murder of women is to give a report about the part of history behind this topic, even if this kind of events speak for itself. The feminicide word first appears in history in 1800 in England, and it was used to signify the number of murders of women, which has changed in context to an unique seriousness of women being murdered by men. So I took a survey asking for two specific topics relating to women and their struggles. I gave two topics, abortion or feminicide, and used the social media for the results and the interactions. I used Instagram and Facebook. In the first example, I received 156 votes for feminicide and 100 votes for abortion. And in the second example, I received 17 votes for feminicide and 6 for abortion. Because of reported news from Mexico, I decided to definitely talk about feminicide. In the last year, more than 3,500 women were killed in Latin America, with 2,083 killings in Mexico alone. That's a huge number, and a lot of people are trying to bring a higher visibility to this problem because everyone is tired of seeing how women are being hurt. Like the case of Ingrid Escamilla, she was killed by her boyfriend in a horrible way.
Hundreds of women continued to demonstrate on the streets of Mexico City. Their anger ignited by the case of 25-year-old Ingrid Escamilla, brutally murdered by her boyfriend on February 9th. The National Palace was one of the targets of the crowds. They said the government hasn't done enough to address the issue of violence against women.
Or the case of little Fatima.
The of a 7-year-old girl on the southern outskirts of Mexico City has stoked anger over the brutal slayings of women in Mexico. Investigators found the body of the schoolgirl named Fatima wrapped in a bag and abandoned in a rural area on Saturday and was identified by genetic testing. The investigation is focused on identifying a woman seen walking away from Fatima's school with the girl. The abduction and killing of the child came just 2 days after Ingrid Escamilla, a young Mexico City resident, was allegedly murdered by a boy.
A lot of media like the BBC are working so hard to generate awareness about this topic. Latin America is very masculinized and therefore is one of the most relevant causes why men think that they can possess women in this dangerous way. This needs to stop.